Ooga Booga now does advance to the grand finals to face Doge to the Moon. So yeah, we're gonna go over a couple of these stats as we do, just give Ooga Booga a little bit of time as they do have to play another best of 7. So yeah, we will start getting into some of these stats.
I guess the first stat, the most important stat, Doge to the Moon hasn't lost a series yet. That's just, I mean, that's the greatest stat you can have right now. They're coming into this next game, one game up in the series, so they only have to win 3 to secure this grand finals. Ooga Booga having to come back and win 4 of them. It's just everything's in Doge to the Moon's favor, and if I'm being honest, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely hard if you're a Ooga Booga fan. If anyone's ever tried to do 2 best of 7s back to back, it is a grueling event versus if you're Doge, again, like you said, they already have a game advantage. So they only have to win 3 games and they are going to be your NDSU Spring 2021 champions, or however you want to word it. Uh, but again, I would say the number one person to look out for is Radke. Believe it or not, Radke has been, in my opinion, most improved at all the twos. Just the amount of time that he's grinded into this, and just the amount of improvements that showed. I think if he has a solid game, I don't think he has to pop off, but if he has a solid game, I think Ooga Booga is gonna have a really tough time in this one.
If I'm being honest, Doge to the Moon deserve this. Like Radke, as you have said, just improving from losing 3 games or not even 3 games, 3 series at the beginning of this season to then come back, win 9 straight, and then now in the playoffs winning against Glass Cannons, against the Sharks, against Ooga Booga, who they're facing right now. And then if they win this, they will be on, is that almost 14 or 15 game winning streak? That's
So all right, so I'm going back and checking the stats. The it's kind of crazy. The last time that Doge to the Moon lost was week 2 back in February. They
wow.
have not lost a series since February. So yeah, they've just been on such a hot streak. And again, I attribute it to 2 things. Radke just putting in the hours, and also Liam just kind of figuring out how to play with a teammate like this. Because I mean, again, we've been in this league a little while. We understand, obviously, because we're as high rated as we are, playing with a lower rated person, you gotta play a little differently. I think it took Liam a little bit to figure out, but now it's just been pure domination throughout.
I mean, you say Liam figured out how to play. I think Radke started playing up to Liam. I mean, just putting in the hours, getting his rank up, and just I think they're almost pretty close in rank at this point. And just Radke showing his absolute dominance in the league. God helping him everywhere he can. Ooga, not Ooga Booga. Doge is just a scary team to face, and every time you play them, you're nervous.
Absolutely, man. It is interesting looking at the stats we have up here. Doge the Moon, and obviously, I was gonna say Doge the Moon has number 1 goals in the whole season. And looking through, they do have the number 1 goals per game. Liam alone, the most goals in the entire league, and it's just been, like I said, just domination from them. So, if you're Ooga Booga, what do you think they have to do for them to stand a chance in this?
I mean, maybe what they've already done, warming up against the best of sevens against the Silvers. Maybe that's enough for them to have a little bit of a confidence boost. Know that they can win best of sevens, as they did lose Game 7 last time against Doge to the Moon. But knowing that they can win Game 7s, going into Doge, I mean, they have the skill to take them to Game 7. So maybe this time they just flip the script and they take Game 7 instead of losing it this time.
Yeah, and again, last time they played, Ooga Booga went up to a 3-1 start. I mean, they started out hot, and then Doge obviously came out and clutched it. So we're gonna see. I'm really curious who is gonna be winning this one. I'm curious. I want to get your predictions on this one before we get the
Oh
game.
my. Again, I'll go with the more advanced prediction.
Okay.
Doge the Moon already having 1 game. I think they take. Actually, I'm going to say Ooga Booga takes the first game. Doge takes 2 games. Ooga Booga coming back with the 2 games of their own. It's going to Game 7. God scores a double tap in OT.
See, I, I like the thought process. I like the game 7. Don't get me wrong,
Okay,
I can
okay.
absolutely see it going again. I mean, I kind of hope I hope it does, but I liked my 4-2 pick earlier, which did do me well. I think it is 4-2 in Doge. I don't think they're gonna go to a game 7. I think that 1 game advantage is gonna be what they needed to clutch it out early. But
Okay.
I wanna hear predictions in chat. I wanna see, who you guys are rooting for. Again, this is the grand finals, so all these teams we have been going for anyone who doesn't know, we have been doing this league for quite a while, I believe since the end sorry, mid-February,
Yep.
we started this, so we have been going for quite a while, so it all boils down to this one best of 7 between these 2 teams to crown your champion, and, correct me if I'm wrong, I know Silk has won one of the leagues before. I think he ended up winning a 3v3, but
Mhm.
I don't know if Sam has won at all. Obviously, Liam and Radke are new, but this could be no matter who wins, there's going to be new winners on either team.
That is true. Yeah, Silk only winning the first season of our weekly league, the first formation of that one, with you and Philandro or Colonel Sanders on his team, and then not winning the season after in either 2v2 or 3v3. So he might be able to return to the winner's crown, but I think Radke and God are definitely looking to take that title in our Discord and the bragging rights of saying you are the best 2v2 team at the NDSU league.
Yeah, and for anyone who doesn't know, Liam actually yes came in new to this. We were looking for some extra players just because we wanted to make it a nice and pretty bracket. So Liam did step in. But either way, we are getting all the players in, starting off our grand finals. The hype is real, you guys. As we see Radke and Ssmegladon going, we almost see a kickoff goal right away. Silk's now going up in the corner on this one. Does have 74 boost to work this. You see God up. He's rocking the Fennec. God definitely switching cars lately,
Oh
but he's
my.
we're gonna get a tap in, a misplay from Silk, and we got an early goal coming out for Doge to the Moon.
Yeah, God just happy he pops it over Sam. Overcommits. Silk isn't in net. God just gonna put that one in before they realize what happened on defense. Very
Yeah,
fortunate if you're Doge the
it,
Moon.
it's a quick start and one that if you are Ooga Booga, you know you're trying to really think game plan, you're really thinking about
Nice
this. And we see
shot.
Radke, does he get the save? Of course he does.
Wow.
Radke is just been absolutely goated this season. As we've saying time and time again, I think he's most improved. I don't know if there's another candidate to argue with, but either way, we see God does get the 100 boost. Is still going to have a touch here. Yes, he does. Now God's going to be forced to go back post. We'll see if Radke wants to challenge this early. He does. Does get the touch over Sam. Now Silk's going to be a little awkward. Radke does get the corner boost. He might pop it mid. He does. It's God there for the finish. He
He
does get a
is.
finish, and it's in. Great team plays and this great overall performance from Radke, getting the boost and getting that pop mid.
Ooga Booga is absolutely terrified on defense right now. God, absolutely pounding the post, and Silk and Sam just unable to do anything. They're not getting touches on the ball, and on defense, they gotta step it up or just turn it to offense at this point.
I think. I mean, I'm attributing this to game 1 jitters. I think we can give Ooga Booga, you know, a game. They just played a best of 7. This is the grand finals. They're nervous, and I think both teams are nervous. But to start out going 2-0 and let you know like 30 seconds in, that is not the start you want. So we see a little misplay from Radke here. He does miss the corner boost as well, but it's actually going to pop it up for
Oh my.
Sam, but Sam can't turn it in. Early shooting accuracies might be a little hard on him, but as we see, going for demos, but he misses the boost and misses the demo. Now Radke going for bumps of his own as God's going to try to get the 100 boost. He does bring it back. He does get
Demo.
it. Oh no, it's so
That's
good
center
for
for
the
Silk.
shot.
He can pound this
Yes,
in.
he
Right
is.
behind Radke. Silk, absolutely goaded right now. Getting a great pass from Sam. Actually demoed Radke. A little bit unfortunate, maybe hitting that one to Silk. Unable to recover before Silk puts it right behind him on the left side. Wow.
Yeah, God, early flip on that one, which ended up actually costing him as he was not in a good position. But either way, Silk's going to be on the kickoff. He does have enough boost to go for this. He does end up side flipping, unfortunately, as God does bang this away. But we'll see if Ssmegladon wants to get this under control. He does get it, but he has to give up a 50 to God. As now Silk pops this over. Radke's up early, beating Silk on that one. That's just some insane aerial speed from Radke. Actually, ends up faking Ssmegladon, and God and Liam gets the easiest finish he's probably going to get tonight.
Radke, just absolutely smartest play there. Baking out Sam. Maybe was expecting a pop or a pass, but got none of it as it's just going to roll in front of the net. God's just going to drive forward.
If you're Sam, you're expecting a touch. There is no way that you're expecting Radke to miss that touch.
Oh
Either way,
my.
Sam
Oh
going for
my.
a double tap. He can't find the touch. I thought he was there, but maybe not quite enough boost to get there. As we see now, Radke does boom this downfield. We'll see if Sam's there for the touch. A little bit awkward. Radke does get this mid, but God not committing early as Sam does unfortunately drop this off his hood.
That's up for
Silk's now
Silk.
up for it. Does drop it down, but Silk didn't have the first touch he wanted. Does get it over, but now God is now in the corner. 43 boost, slowing it down, which is exactly what he loves to do. Does get a quick pop over one. Now he's got a one-on-one situation. Does beat Silk, but fortunately doesn't get the pop on the ball. Now Radke's there. Can Radke get a follow? He can get a follow, surprisingly. I thought Sam was going to be there, but Radke's now got 15 boosts and a cream to work with, but he does pick up the corner. Very clutch of Radke.
Wow. And then they're just keeping up the pressure right now. As Radke's probably going to put this one in right under Sam before he can recover off the backboard. Sam just needs to have a few better plays on the backboard, or at least get this aerial touch, because they are getting destroyed on the defense. And then Doge to the Moon's offense is absolutely insane right now.
I think it's the panic play from Ooga. I think we kind of... I talked about it last series that Supersonic Silvers weren't able to convert the gifts that Ooga was giving them, but now we look at this game. When there's a mistake out of Ooga Booga, either Liam or Radke are there every single time, and they're converting these chances.
They really are. As Silk is now awkward on defense, but does get a pretty nice save. Radke's overcommitted. Now God will have to start to turn this one around. Pops it up high, maybe going for a little bit of an aerial play. He might have this one. It is a weak shot towards Sam's car, and he actually just hits it back to Radke. He's going to put that back on net, keeping their offensive pressure, as we have been saying this entire series. Silk try and get around God, unable, as their offense is absolutely insane. Sam trying to get a clear. Radke's going to stop him. God's going to collect it. It's the same story over and over. They cannot get out of Ooga Booga's half. Sam trying to get boosts, maybe a little demo. Sam are still trying to get it, but God flicking it. What can you do right now if you're Ooga Booga?
First of all, they're double committing and they're panicking a bit. Like you said, they are just stuck on defense. As we see it, they're just not getting big clears out like that. It's just Sam did not get the touch on defense that he wanted. As we see, then Sam ends up bumping Silk. It's just they're both very, very awkward right now, and just I think game one goes to Doge. I think that's pretty safe to say. But it's how does Ooga Booga respond? Because if they keep playing like this, we're gonna be going home early. But either way, we see Radke in the corner. He's got 0 boost. Pops his mid. He's got there to finish. Yes, he is. But what's interesting is look at the defense of Ooga Booga on where Sam and Silk are now.
Yeah. Sam's trying to be on the wall, maybe trying to meet Radke, but Radke, very smart player, hits it right over him, pouncing mid. God's just going to read that, and Sam can't get back in time.
Yeah, as you saw, Silk wasn't there to help out Sam. Sam's in the corner. They're just getting straight out played right now. Yeah, this is technically game 2 right now, you guys, just so you know. So, I was going to say, this is getting very interesting, because if you're Ooga, you're panicking. You're panicking early, as you're already down a game. Now, God, looking for mind games. Does try to get a backflip, but it's not quite there. Radke's got the finish.
No.
Does he have it? Off the post.
Again?
Third tries the charm. All right, Radke's scaring us a little bit, but either way, third time's the charm. Does end up putting that ball in eventually. That's interesting. Radke in chat saying I'm botting. You may be botting Radke, but you are also sitting with 2 goals, and you guys are up 6-1. So that's the best bot I've ever seen. Oh
Yeah.
God, no, God,
Oh,
don't
no.
don't do it to them.
Still can't score it. God.
Oh, that hurts.
No, they get the Brazil. Doge to the Moon in the second technically game. Getting a Brazil. Uh-oh. They're looking hot. This is going to look like a very fast series. If this series is over in 3 games, this might be a very unfortunate grand finals.
We say unfortunate, but I mean it's really I don't think we're surprised by Doge winning this game. I think we're surprised by just kind of how messy and sloppy Ooga Booga has looked so far. And again, they did look sloppy versus Supersonic Silvers, but Silvers just couldn't capitalize versus now Doge's offense is just it's so efficient. I mean, they really have not made many mistakes.
Yeah, it's just too much, and the defensive plays from this Ooga Booga squad hasn't been quite up to par to just handle Radke and God. As God alone putting up 5 of those 7 goals, he is having quite a night, and if he keeps up this pace, there's no way Doge the Moon's losing this series.
Yeah, if you look at the shots, we got 10 shots of Doge to the Moon to 4 of Ooga Booga. But you see Liam's putting up 5 goals on 6 shots. That stat is just astronomical right there. But we are going to quickly get into what is game 3. So if Doge wins this, they are on match point. If you're Ooga Booga, again, I think the panic's starting early. It was a very sloppy game from them. Uh, it could be first game, or I guess technically that was second game jitters. So who knows if they can just kind of calm down going into this next game.
Yep, and as we did hear in the post-game interview from Sam and Silk, their strategy into this is just see ball, hit ball, and right now they aren't hitting the ball too much. But Silk trying to maybe score an early goal, almost gets it, as God does actually clear that one. But now Sam in the corner, getting out mid. God's going to clear it before Silk can capitalize on that. Getting it mid, Silk just got to go fast. He actually misses as he was expecting Radke to hit. Now God has it on his card, getting a flick as he is known to do. Sam passing it to Radke for some reason. Getting a dunk possibly. No, it is on net. Silk has to touch it over to Sam. Sam not quite in net. God's going to shoot that one off the post. And now there's a one-on-one between Sam and Radke. Sam going maybe for a flick at 50. And it's going straight into the bottom right corner.
That was very, very smart of Sam. So I was expecting God to finish that shot, but we saw Sam. I thought he was going for a flick, and so I think so did Radke. And the second Sam dropped it, both players just boosting to the ball, but Sam getting a very, very, very smart 50-50 on that one.
Yeah, absolutely great.
You see God going for a quick does not get the flick he wanted, but Radke's there for the follow-up. Is that going in? Yes, it is. Radke, the cleanup man of this team. And I think that's a really good summary of it. You know, God going for flicks, shots, and everything, but Radke's always there to shoot, and his shooting has been just insane the last half of the season.
Absolutely now, though. Sam and Radke on this kickoff. Sam maybe trying to fake, maybe trying to slow one. Missing the ball. Radke's going to score a kickoff goal. Doge to the Moon. They're going to take it, but I don't know. I don't think they're too happy about that one.
No, I was going to say Ooga Booga did end up giving up a goal off of the kickoff, off of a bad fake, basically. But unfortunately, we get another one.
No way.
Does God put this in? He doesn't power shot it, surprisingly. I don't know if he got greedy on this one, but this might be going in on the other end. Fortunately for Doge the Moon, it's not, but very unconventional miss from God there, as we normally see him putting those flicks in. Radke's now might be doing it to Ssmegladon, but Liam's going to pop it up high. Just awkwardness from Ooga Booga. And this is just kind of a repeat of game one. Rinse and repeat. They're on defense just the whole game.
It really is. They got to get off. They got to get some more touches, as Silk does miss that one. God passing over to Radke. Sam's awkward in net. Radke's going to pound it right over him. This is going to be a lot of high-scoring games series. This could be a quick one, but Doge the Moon is going to show why they are the #1 seed. They're going to score a lot of goals.
And I mean, if you're Ooga Booga, I mean, part of me wants to say, you know, what do you do? I think you just have to really, really focus on your rotation and not just throwing someone at the ball every single time. As we see Sam, you know what? That's the first demo I think we've seen all series. If you're Ooga Booga and things are clearly going bad for you, try the demo game. Why not? I mean, how it's going right now, you just got Brazil'd last game, and you're down by 2. If stuff isn't working, oh, it's saved.
Post.
I thought Sam was own goaling that for sure. As you see Radke pop this up, Sam's going to take it anyways. I think they need to try some demo strats or just try something differently, because what they're doing clearly is not working. Tap it in. Sam has to challenge early for that. I was a little surprised Sam actually trying to slow play that, but Liam, that's such a smart touch from him, as he just had Sam sitting frozen in net there. I think they have to change their play style now. I don't think they can keep this up and expect to go any farther in this.
That's so true. Yeah, I mean, Ooga Booga did take them to a Game 7 last time, as they're going to score one. But Ooga Booga did take them to a Game 7 last time, so they definitely know how to beat Doge sometimes. They just got to maybe figure out how they did it last time, start turning that strategy back on. And Doge to the Moon, maybe he has to start throwing if Ooga Booga is going to start taking games. But, I mean, they got a goal. It's only 2 goals down with a lot of time on the clock. Very doable. But Ooga Booga getting a great save right off the kickoff. Still trying to maybe turn this into a goal. Passing over to Sam, but Sam actually leaves it. God's going to collect it. Go for a corner shot, but it's just going to be stopped by Sam. God, getting it over one, getting it over
Oh
two.
no.
Sam's
Oh
gonna own
no.
goal.
Oh no. Sam, what are you doing, bud? Your goal's the other way. I mean, it's these forced mistakes. I mean, God has a 50 here. Silk ends up missing, which you saw Sam actually hesitated just a little bit because he's expecting Silk to hit that.
Yep.
Which when Silk hits that, you're kind of like, well, great, the ball's basically going in. I mean, if Sam didn't hit that in, you saw Liam was right behind him to tap it in anyway. So, but Silk maybe
Oh
going for a
my.
double
Oh
tap,
my.
can't quite get it. That maybe have been the momentum if he hit a nutty tap like
Can he
that.
do it?
Sam going for a double tap. Liam now gets a dunk. First of all, the 50-50s from Doge have,
Yeah.
I don't think, I can't even say 50-50s. This Radke's
Wow.
putting in another one. Look how long this ball was floating here before another person took it off this 50.
So long. That is seconds. And in Rocket League, seconds feels like a minutes. And
Yeah,
like you're gonna be able to churn so much off of just a few seconds.
so first game, you lost what 7-1 or 7-2, whatever it was. This
7-1.
game, we're halfway done, just over halfway done, and it's already 6-2. I think
Yep.
I want to see demo plays. I think because again, clearly their strategy's
Oh,
not
no.
working. Silk's potentially almost own goaling again. Everything that could be going wrong for Ooga Booga
Ooh.
is going wrong. As we see, Radke's going to be back for this in net. Should have a good clear. Yes, he does. First of all, it's the rotation of Doge has been just phenomenal. We have not seen mistakes from them. Versus Ooga Booga, a lot of double commits, and a lot of times they're just, I was gonna say, just kind of like that, just a little bit awkward. But I don't think we can praise Doge enough right now for how well they're playing.
Yeah, and just to show the dichotomy of this team, Radke having 4 goals this game. Well, the stat was absolutely flipped last time with God having the more goals. Just like, how do you deal with 2 people that are absolutely great at Rocket League when you have a pretty decent guy and a little bit lower ranked guy? How do you handle that?
Well, the problem is when the season started, Radke was a lot lower, but
Mhm.
through just grinding and sheer determination, I mean, I, they're all, I can't say they're on even playing fields, but it's the gap has closed so much that it's almost not fair.
Oh my.
But either way, God's showing his ground game and why it's so strong. Unfortunately, couldn't put that one in, but as we see it right there, so like you saw, Sam did not get the air dribble that he wants, and then just kind of threw the ball away. But Silk committed on that again. It's the double commits. You saw
Yeah,
Silk going for that
Radke.
ball.
Wow.
Radke gets a 50, and then God's got a pretty free shot. So
I mean, as you saw in that, actually, it wasn't even a 50. Sam, or not Sam, Silk, only hitting Radke as he went for that ball. He actually just cleanly hit that at this side, and God's just going to clean that up. God getting it over 1 now, though, in the corner. They are up 7-2 in this game. We're going to a game 3/4, or 2/3, and
nope,
Doge to the moon.
no, this will be game 4 going to game 4.
It
So
will be
right
game
now,
four.
I was gonna say very clearly, Liam and Radke are going on match points. So they only need one more win to be the absolute champions of the 2v2, which I'm gonna be honest, unless I see some miracles coming out of Ooga Booga, I don't see them taking a game.
Yep. I mean, I would absolutely love to see a reverse sweep. That would be the most insane thing to happen in this NDSU league. But with just how dominant Doge the Moon plays, they're going to shut down Ooga Booga early in this next game, and they're just going to score a lot of goals.
Well, what's interesting is this actually really reminds me of we had a summer league where we had a 3v3 situation like that where I think it was actually my team versus I think it was like Royals, like in the semifinals. It was like best of 7 overtime. We clashed. Everything was insane. And then when we faced them again in the finals, it was a quick 4-0 sweep, which this is kind of
Hmm.
what seems to be happening here where Ooga Booga fought Doge so hard, like you said, going to game 7 before, and then just maybe running out of steam. Maybe just being tired. They have already played a best of 7,
Yeah.
but you can see neither one of them readying up. They are looking just to try to come up with anything. And I think Silk has struggled a little bit in this series, though.
Hmm.
Um, as we shot, he did get 2 shots this game, but he just has not been scoring. Granted, between both games, Ooga Booga's only put up 3 goals versus Doge is now at either 14 or 15.
It's,
So
yeah,
it's
exactly 14.
14 goals to 3. That's just sheer dominance. There's no other words for it besides it's sheer dominance.
Yeah. if you're Ooga Booga, I mean, we saw in the last series, Silk popped off near the end of the series, so maybe he's just waiting to waiting for this game 4 to start turning on some of his mechanics, going for maybe some more musty flicks or flip resets. And I hope he can pull out a game and Ooga Booga at least getting a game in the series, but maybe not so likely, as Sam will have this in the mid. Radke's on defense, but he's going to save that every time.
I'm really curious to see if Ooga Booga has a new playstyle. I think they have to. I don't. I mean, Sam and Silk are smart players. I don't think they're gonna know that, hey, if we do the same thing, it's not working. So I think we need to come up with a new strategy.
Oh no!
I'm curious what it's gonna be as Sam looking to, who knows, potentially own goal. God's probably gonna turn quick. Radke's actually already for the shot. Can he get the double tap?
My!
He does get it, but Sam's there for the clear. Radke almost clipping on him early. That would have been such a statement goal in this potential final game.
Yeah, he wants some clips in these grand finals. He made it here. Now he wants to style on these guys in this last potential game. As Sam centering in front of his own net, Silk is actually ready to save that one. As Liam will take a lot of time now in his own half. Getting it over one. Silk is ready there. He's just going to play some shadow defense as God actually gets a pretty nice 50 with him. Flicks it up. Silk's on the back wall. Gets it over to Sam. They have a good offensive chance here as both go for boost instead of the ball. Very interesting for Ooga Booga, as Sam does have a nice aerial attempt. It's going for the left post, but it is off, and God's going to clear that one anyway. Radke there for the shot. Sam cutting him off. Might have a pass over to Silk if he can get it around God. He's popping over one, maybe going down under him now. Gets a bump on God, but God actually gets someone out. It might have a quick shot. It's over Silk. It's floating from the net. Radke is up for the aerial. Silk with the crazy save. Wow.
I did not think Silk had a chance at that. I was ready to just almost say Radke's scoring this one, but Silk, he's got some grit and determination. Definitely not wanting this to be the last game, but we still got to see offense. We've got zeros on the boards right now for both teams. So if you think about this, last game, Ooga Booga was down by, I think, 4 or 5 at this point. But either way, they are holding in 0-0. So what they're doing is working right now. I mean, again, 0-0's on the board. We see Silk getting a shot. Is that going in? Yes, it is. 1-0 lead going to Ooga Booga this time.
Yeah, Sam just smart here. Goes for the bump onto God after getting a touch, and then Radke missing the shot. Silk just gonna have a pretty easy shot for him in this series.
Yeah, God had to avoid that demo. If he kept on his path to the ball, Sam was gonna annihilate him. So
oh no, Radke for a double.
So close. What's scary is that Radke can do those now. Is we've seen him do it, and it's just crazy to think that someone has come as far skill-wise as he has this season. I see Sam's got 0 boost. He's gonna be floating for a while on this one. It's Radke up early, these high aerials, and Silk now trying to go for a 50 as Liam forced to rush back. We'll see if Sam wants to go for an early shot as Liam's gonna be faster to that ball. Silk's forced to go back. Does pass it up to Sam. We'll see if he wants to bang it off the sidewall, and he does.
Okay.
That's
Is it in?
Good center for Silk, but unfortunately not the final touch he wanted. Now God, we'll see if he wants to go for a dribble. He doesn't get it over Ssmegladon. Good early challenge from him. I think they have to force Liam to flick early and then have the other one clean up.
Yeah, as you were talking about, like, they're changing their play style. They aren't giving God space to do what he wants to do, which is flicks. So if they can change that and Radke doesn't play absolutely out of his mind, they have a chance to take this one as there's only 2 minutes left. Doge the Moon has not been scoring, and Silk's going to put an easy one in. Wow.
All right, Ooga Booga, I see you. I see you. Silk, I mean, I think he's going for a 50. I think Radke was expecting that to just go a little higher. We have not seen the offensive presence from Doge. Now, there's only 2 shots. God is sitting at 0 shots. And I repeat, that is 0 versus last game he had, I think, 11 total.
Oh my.
I'm sorry.
God.
Never mind.
With the air dribble bump off of the kickoff, gets it right on his hood, bumping Silk so he can't even make a save. Silk already had that happen to him in last series. It happened to him again. He's not having a good time.
The air dribble bumps are some of the absolute worst ways to get scored on because he feels so helpless. And you're thinking, hey, I got this save. Like, I have the mechanical skill to get this save. I'm going to hit it. And then you see the opponent coming in and just bash you out of the way as God did there to Silk. But either way, Ooga Booga, they're still holding on to a 1-goal lead right now. But God and Radke do get one finally on the board. A little bit of awkward touches from... So here's my question. So if you're Doge, you're one game off. You know, does the panic start to come in if they don't win this game? Does part of them say, hey, there's a potential for a reverse sweep? Because that's kind of what happened with Ooga Booga. They were only one game off. They only need one game and they're done. One game to Doge and they are the champions.
Yeah, like I think this first game, they're like, oh my god, they're realizing it. Oh, we are on match point. But as these next few games, if they do happen, they'll start to relax or they'll get nervous. It depends on how they play. But I think they'll relax and just realize, okay, we gotta take one. It's okay if we drop one or two. Like we have so much already built up. I don't think there's a way that they get too nervous where they outplay themselves in their mental game.
I think if this is such an interesting game. If Ooga takes this, it all depends. Obviously, if Ooga takes this again, they are not out of this. Can Radke hit this?
Oh
my! We thought for a second that would have been just some insane plays from him. But either way, there's 20 seconds. Doge needs to make something happen. Liam back to his flicks. Silk is gonna bang that, but Radke's gonna be there to control us. Does pop it up high. That's such a good first touch from him. Can Radke get this on target? He does, but Sam is there for the save now. We have 6 seconds. God has to go for the slow play, but it's not going to happen. Once this ball hits the ground, it is going to be Ooga Booga.
Oh my. It's alive.
Up there, it's going to hit the ground.
It's going down. Yep.
Ooga Booga trying to make this a series. They are not out of this yet, but I just can't believe how well they shut down Liam and Radke to the game.
So yeah, is this the beginning of the reverse sweep that makes Ooga Booga win this? Or is Doge to the Moon going to sit back in their chairs, just relax, say, okay, we can give up a game, but we got to start winning a little bit more, as we only had 4 shots total, when in the last 2 games alone, they had 14 goals.
Yeah, you go from 14 goals to in 2 games to now 1 goal in this game. And again, just they shut down Liam so well. Yeah, players, they're allowed their full minute in between. You know, they got to have a game plan. I mean, and again, I think if you're Liam and Radke, I think it's in the back of your mind. You know, you've still got plenty of time. You still have 3 games potentially. You just need 1. And it's gonna start creeping. If they lose this next game, I think they're really gonna start panicking. And then if they go to a game 7 potentially, this is all speculation.
Okay.
Then I think I give it in favor of Ooga Booga just with the momentum. But they figured out how to shut down Liam in that situation last game, so we'll see if they can do it again here.
Yeah, they figured out the strat of challenge God early. Don't let him flick. Even though God is going to constantly be flicking, if you make him flick early, he's not going to put him on target. They're not going to score goals. Like, they figured it out. Let's see if they can keep it up, though.
Yeah, I agree that I think it is challenge Liam early as fast as possible. Always have 1. You got to have clean rotation. Either Sam or Silk goes early, Liam flicks it, and then the second one can clean up. But as we see Radke taking this to the corner, he does get the corner boost, trying to go for a solo play, but he looks like he's going to pass it up to God, who, if he puts this on target, it was open, but the shooting accuracy plaguing him a little bit early. We see Radke going for a 50. This does go in favor. We see Sam going for demos already. This shot's on target, but Liam is going to bat this away. We'll see who's first to this ball. It is going to be Ssmegladon. Now we've got Liam forced to go back on this one. Now we've got God. If anyone doesn't know, God and Liam are obviously the same person, but just sometimes makes it a little easier just to say Liam. But either way, we see God in the corner taking a 50-50. Very smart from him to not challenge hard on that one. Now we see if he wants to maybe go for another solo play. Again, Silk going early, shutting down the flick before it can even happen. It's the play style. That's what they have to do. They have to shut Liam down early, and it's working.
Yeah, they absolutely are. As Silk, again, just dunks him, passing it out for Sam, but Radke going to read that off the backboard. Sam has to get this before God can, and he does, but Radke now on the ball, has a little bit of space, going for an aerial play. Silk's going to shut that down. Silk has started to come alive, as I've mentioned, in the last few games of his last series. He started to come alive and play absolutely great for Ooga Booga.
Oh,
no. Wait. Oh, I thought God might have missed.
What an outplay. I didn't think that he was going to get down to the ground in time for the second flick, but clearly neither did Silk. But either way, that is going to be a quick 1-0, and such awareness just to go for those quick ground plays. And again, we've said time and time again how threatening God's ground game is, and right there coming out and just absolutely obliterating Ooga Booga's. Radke almost looking for a kickoff goal. We'll see if he can center this to God. God has to back off, though, as he sees Sam goes for an early clear. Gonna take this all the way back, maybe going for a 50. I'm not sure if I like that in the corner. Silk potentially can finish that, but the accuracy of Silk shooting right now, again, just not quite there. Sam is gonna punt this down to the corner. We'll see if Radke can read us in the corner. He does. Radke just seems to be so calm, cool, and collected on defense so far.
It really has been, and it's just been working so. Oh no, Ktool, come on, man.
I'm sorry. You know what? I gotta end the finals with some more caster curses. It's been happening all season. It's what I'm known for whatever reason. So I gotta make it happen. You know, just gotta make it interesting. But okay, fine. Radke has been 99% like perfect on defense, but besides that one mistake.
I have to agree, but you might have cast a curse on him again. Sam's gonna get this double. It's down to Silk. God is actually there to bail him out, but Radke was in a very, very tough position. Not gonna be able to say that every time, but does actually end up getting a good pass to the corner of Ooga Booga's half, getting dunked by God, putting it back in the Ooga Booga half. Silk alone on defense, getting bumped by God. If Radke can get there, it's kind of open. Sam able to get back on defense before anything can happen. God centering it again. This is what they do. They literally just only pepper the net and they hope something goes in. This is how they get so many goals in all of their series.
Well, what's interesting is we are halfway through this game, and
oh no.
I was gonna say halfway through this game, and we haven't seen that much of a boomer ball. But I say that Silk just lobbing one at the net. God jumping early, but the second he took off, he knew he wasn't getting that one. He knew he got caught out of position, and Ooga Booga, again, they are now in the lead. But what's so interesting is before that shot, there was one shot per player. Silk now the only player with 2 shots on the field, so just much more defensive game right now. And a lot of just challenges in the midfield, so many 50-50s. There hasn't been the solo plays that we've kind of expected to happen in the first couple games.
Oh my. They're coming alive now. They do not want to lose this grand finals, and they're just putting in shot after shot. Got a little bit of a misplay. Radke unable on defense. You definitely put a very, very strong curse on him, making a few mistakes now. And Sam, he's gonna put that one in.
Yeah, I can't say too much besides Radke. I'm sorry on that one, but you know, you can attribute it partly to, you know, Radke making some small mistakes, but just Ooga Booga has changed their playstyle completely. They have shut down the offense of both of the players from Doge. You see now a double commit. Is that going on target? Oh,
what a save!
Great save from Silk. A 0 boost, just barely getting back in time. Wow, I was ready. You and I were both ready to call this series. We were thinking, yep, Ooga Booga's dead in the water. Doge is just too good.
Oh my, they're gonna put another.
Oh my, what a save from God, but they are not out of the woods yet. Radke now forced to go in the corner. They've got a minute 30. They got to get at least 2 goals on the board if they want to win this again. Doge is on match point, but Ssmegladon and Silk from Ooga Booga looking to get a reverse sweep, and they started it.
Silk has this.
They are on their way.
Over 1 though. God retreating. Silk has it off the crossbar. Is it just going to go in? It is. God very awkwardly positioned to have any sorts of defense, and he just doesn't do anything.
No.
Silk's gonna pop it.
Silk backflipped, and then Sam gave him a bump that just gave him enough momentum that he could circle around fast enough to get that shot in. I mean, as of right now, this game's going to Ooga Booga, and I'm just so surprised. You know, I did call a 2-4 series score, and right now it's potentially possible as Silk's looking for some solo plays. Radke does get a good 50 on that one, but it looks like Liam's going to try to control this. Actually, just ends up banging it. Maybe trying to catch Sam off guard. But Silk now does pop up high. It does pop right to Radke. Sam had already pre-jumped that. Now it looks like Liam trying to go for solo plays, but he's got Sam's on his butt looking for demos. Let's see if Ooga Booga has anything else in the tank or if they're just going to coast on this 4-1 lead. Either way, we've got passes to Liam. What a good pass, but Silk's there. Good bump from Sam to stop that from happening before the offense.
Oh my, that might go in. It's off the crossbar. Sam, no, he left the ball. He thought Silk was maybe going to go for it, and he retreated for no reason. They are up 4-1, 30 seconds left. Maybe trying to play a little bit smarter, defensive, just not let any goals go in. But as we say that, Silk has on his roof, known to be a very good. Oh my!
It's a turbo flick, and Sam slots it in. Wow, Silk doing his best impression of the 4-time, just making it awkward for Radke. I mean, if you're Radke, you know, you see a bad flick, you're like, oh hey, it's my time to go. But no one is expecting Sam to be 2 inches behind his teammate, which realistically, there is no reason that Sam should be there, but the chaos is working for them. Ooh. And we are, ladies and gentlemen, going to a game 6 as Ooga Booga continues their run for a potential reverse sweep. And now again, I think the little voice inside Doge to the Moon's head about the reverse sweep is chirping just a little bit louder after this game.
For sure, Sam's gonna kill that one. But if Doge to the Moon didn't have their 1-game lead, it's a tie series
This is true.
right now, which is so scary to think about for Doge to the Moon because they are so dominant in game 1 and 2. They're just thinking, okay, a quick 4-0. Ooga Booga's got other things on their mind.
Yeah, it's interesting. You look at the score. You know, Radke only had 1 shot on target versus Ooga Booga sitting here with 5 from Silk and 4 from Sam. And I think they shut them down. They challenged early. They cleaned up rotation. You know, the defensive rotation for Ooga Booga is why they were struggling so hard in games 1 and 2. We can see now everyone in the lobby basically taking their time, really starting to think like, hey, we've got a minute. We've got some time. Let's really figure out what we need to do here. And again, Ooga Booga, 1 game away. They've been 1 game. This is so close. The voice is starting to creep up just a little bit.
Yeah, and if you are Doge to the Moon, you need to take this whole minute and just tell that voice to shut up. We're gonna play solid. We're gonna get a lot of goals. I just gotta get early flicks if I've got, and Radke's got to step up on defense and offense, score some goals, and Doge to the Moon takes this. Otherwise, Ooga Booga might be looking to reverse sweep, win this game, win the next. That'd be a crazy, crazy comeback for the Ooga Booga squad.
It's kind of fun to say, isn't it? Just a potential reverse sweep, and again, this is the best of 7 for Ooga Booga. Well, Doge to the Moon, again, they did have the 1-game advantage coming in from the upper bracket. They only, in fact, did need to win 3, which that potential game advantage might be their saving grace if they can pull it out here. Because right now, Liam and Radke it's been ugly the last couple games. It looks like Ooga Booga has kind of figured them out a little bit.
God, almost nice flick on net, but Sam playing really good on defense. Silk couldn't go for the shot. It's off the post. It's off the other post. Sam might turn around. He gets it off of that post. Radke absolutely lucky that none of those shots were on target, and he can just clear that one pretty easily.
Yeah, as we see now, Liam's coming back with 0 boost. Can Radke get there?
No.
We got an own goal from Liam. That's such an unfortunate touch. I think he was definitely expecting Radke to get a little bit of a different clear off the backboard. So you can see Radke missing entirely off the backboard right to Liam's hood, who's going to pop it in. And hey, if you're Ooga Booga, you're just going to say, hey, calculated, we take this, we keep going. The momentum is shifting. Even though Ooga Booga are still down a game, the momentum is all in their favor right now. Is Silk potentially looking for another one? We got Radke awkward on defense. Now Sam's throwing this mid. So what's here is Liam's trying to go for a solo play. We already have Sam rushing early. And we got Radke in the mid. Can he get it up and over? He wants off the crossbar. Unfortunately, not going to get
it out. If he can go fast enough, it could be around all of them. God, able to just get any challenge he can on that one. Clearing it out. It is only Silk on defense. If God can get this onto the ground in a flick. No, as Silk playing the strategy and just challenging him early. Not letting God have any space and just it's suffocating them right now on offense. As Silk now wanting to get something mid. Doesn't get the best of flicks as Radke is still awkward. Silk, not Silk. Sam going for a shot. Bumping God on the way out. Actually demoing Silk is God, and Sam's getting early challenge as they are showing what their strategy is. Silk a little bit awkward on defense. God maybe going for a little bit of fake as he was low boost. Radke up for the aerial. He has a great shot. It is right at both defenders, but God is going to put that one in as they both didn't have the best of touch on the defensive line.
Yeah, it's so hard here if you're Sam and Silk. You know, that shot's there on the goal line. They double commit, but there's just not enough time where you can shout and call, hey, I got it. So both players obviously go for it, but neither one of them getting a good connection. And God, it's a pretty free open net there, so he does turn that in. We have a tie game. And again, Doge to the Moon, they are on match point, so a little bit of a cleaner game for them so far as that does go off the crossbar. Both players from Doge are up for this. Now we've got Sam rushing back. He does have 0 boost, just trying to pick up pads. Now we got God maybe going for a double tap. He is up for this, but he doesn't get the touch he wants. Now Radke forced to go back on defense. God just trying to get anything to get in front of Sam just to make it awkward for him, but we see Silk now. He's got 25 boosts. He does miss the corner boost as it's taken by his own teammate. We'll see if Sam's going up early with this. Yes, he is. Just to throw it wide.
Double touch. God is on defense. He gets it off the corner. What a save from God as Silk now collects this one. Gonna bang it also off the backboard. Radke's awkward in net. He misses. Radke has have some really unfortunate misses on defense, but no, Silk wasn't there. But Silk is there. What on earth? Wow. What?
Sam misses it, and God, he had the time, but he did not get the clear he wanted. He literally threw it up for a platter for Silk. And if you're God, you're kicking yourself. You know, you got away with one with the ball sitting on the goal line, and then you finally get the clear, and you just gift it to Silk. Either way,
The
Ooga Booga,
Dojo to the
again,
moon.
they're happy.
The Doge to the Moon squad is just absolutely tilted at this point. They're having some rough mental blocks probably. They gotta clear their heads right now. Even in this game, they gotta start to make a comeback because if they're going to game 7 in this mindset, there's no way Ooga Booga doesn't capitalize on that.
No, and we have, I was gonna say, God has been known to tilt in the past, and if you're him, this is the hardest test you've ever had to face in Rocket League. I was gonna say, I can't think of literally a bigger stage that any of these players have been on, especially with Liam and Radke being new to this league, and you are one game away, and you just can't quite get that final game. So like I said earlier, if they go to game 7, momentum is all Ooga Booga.
As they still are 2-1 up in this game, only a minute 40 left on the clock. If they hold this lead, they're going to game 7, but Doge the Moon going to do everything in their power to stop that from happening. Because right now, Doge still on their absolutely crazy 15 series win streak. If it ends here in the grand finals, that is just absolutely devastating for them.
Yeah, to come so, I was gonna say, this reminds me of, was it season 6 Dignitas, where they had an undefeated season only to lose in the grand finals at Worlds, which obviously this isn't quite the World Finals, but just to have such a dominating regular season performance and playoff performance from Doge to the Moon, and potentially if they fall short, it would be the absolute worst thing imaginable for them. But again, they have 54 seconds to come up with something. Otherwise, we are going to to a game 7, which is we all wanted this, right? We all wanted a game 7.
Yeah.
It's only fair that the grand finals would be this, phenomenal. But just, I don't think this happens in the way we were expecting it.
No, and it looks just like Sam and Silk are playing a lot more safe on the defense and offense, not overcommitting too much, cleaning up their rotations, shutting down God when they can. But now God does have a great dunk on Sam. He does not want to go to game 7. He wants to end it right now. It is tied up with only 25 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Sam throwing a nice shape. Just a good dunk from Liam. He hasn't really been taken to the air much. I think that's one of the first air dribbles we've seen him go for. As Sam was probably expecting him to maybe go for a flick, but either way, this could potentially go OT. And honestly, if you're Doge to the Moon, I think you're happy with that. As unfortunately, Radke not able to go for that early one. Can Sam get
it's a great flick.
Can still get there. On time. He can't. Maybe he can try
pass.
to
Sam's up.
Sam's up.
Sam's gonna miss. No, he needed that to get to game 7 before the OT expires. It is still mid. Silk doesn't have any boost to actually go for a good shot. He does still have a little bit of control. It's gonna hit the ground though. We're going overtime in game number 6.
I cannot believe this. I can imagine how much the heart's pounding. My heart's pounding just from casting. I cannot imagine what the players are doing right now. As Radke throws us the corner. Again, Doge to the Moon, they are one goal off of being your absolute NDSU champions. I can't imagine what's going through their mind right now as we see Silk throws this right to Radke, though. It does pop over Silk. Sam does. He misses the cut. Anyone there? Sam does get it around him. I thought that might have been it if God was there a little bit earlier, but Sam and Silk do hold on.
This could be a good pass. He goes for the bump. Radke just sitting in his haunches, gonna not even jump for that one. Absolutely smart, but it just rolls in front of the net. No. Sam was being alive. How on earth are they alive right now? It is on net. If Radke can't save this as he can, it's going to be past mid. Silk is going to push up for this one. He goes for the shot. It's off the backboard. Sam's going to read it. No, he's going to play a little bit safe. He's going to keep it in the mid. He's going to throw up the wall. Radke's going to meet him there, though. He's going to take it. It's only against Silk. Silk has to get a touch here. Otherwise, it is over. Silk does, and he gets... Actually, I think he got his boost stolen. As God's going to throw this off the backboard. Is it a double touch? It is, Michael. Sam!
I don't even know how he got that. It's literally just a pre-jump. He's got 0 boost. I have no idea how he got that. I was straight up ready to call it. The words were starting to come out of my mouth. We are just a minute into overtime, guys. We've got 7 boosts on Radke looking for anything. God's awkward.
Oh,
Radke
no,
just
it's centered.
Silk, is anyone there? Sam has to turn on this one. Radke's there. My heart is pounding right now. We've got God in the corner. We've got Silk, got 0 boosts, looking for anything as God does have the ball. Can he get a cut around Sam? No, he can't. No. How is this going to bounce off the wall? Sam, is it there? No one's there. Fortunately, Radke's going to have to try to control this one. We are, you guys, 1 goal off, but Sam's there. Can't get the shot. Again, just accuracy just not quite there as Liam, again, dangerous.
Can he get another one? He gets stunked by Sam. It is actually in the Doge to the Moon half now. They are trying to convert this. Radke's awkward. He's in net. He's just got to shoot it. No, Sam putting it right in front of the net. Radke is able to get it on the ground for that one. It is centered now. Sam has to get a good touch to the corner. As he does, it looks like one of the players got demoed. It looks like it was Radke. Now, God challenging Sam, and it is into the corner. Silk has got to get a touch. We are 2 minutes into this overtime. It couldn't be more intense.
It really could not be more intense.
Radke
Is that
has
it?
to touch this.
No,
Radke!
Sam, we are going to a game 7, everyone. What a way to end this. I can't believe we've even gotten this far into OT. Both teams just, I cannot believe it.
Wow.
I can't believe it. I'm speechless.
Wow.
Game 7. Ooga Booga looking for that reverse sweep. I cannot imagine the tilt that is going right now for Doge to the Moon.
Doge to the Moon has got to fix their mental game going into this game 7. They have to forget everything they know about Rocket League. If they just had amnesia right now, they need to insert that self, because they have to forget about the last 3 straight games that they have lost. But Ooga Booga absolutely wanting to keep this momentum going into game 7. It will start as 0-0, but I'm guessing there's going to be quite a few goals in this next one.
This is the second time in this playoffs that these two teams have gone to a game 7. And again, we were ready to call, everyone was ready to call it. Ooga Booga was down in the dumps, getting outscored, 15-3. And then just to come back, just the sheer determination. And they figured out, they changed their play style. And again, the OT, that was the craziest OT I think I've ever casted.
Yeah.
As we see Ooga Booga taking that full minute, we are going into a game 7, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this will be your 2v2 champions. I cannot wait to get into this.
Okay, if you're Doge to the Moon, what are you trying to fix right now? What's your mental state going right now?
Honestly, your mental state is out the window. I think this is just who can survive under the pressure. I think this is just going to be who's going to play smarter and the double commits. I think Liam and Radke are panicking. I think they are getting desperate, just like Ooga Booga was desperate when they were on match point against Doge to the Moon. Literally, the results have flipped.
Oh my.
But either way, Doge to the Moon has to throw these games out that have happened earlier. They have to get this one.
That's a great shot. That's going to be on. Silk! He's scoring the first game in game 7. First goal in game 7.
As we see, Sam did get the bump on Radke. There's really nothing Radke could do there, as God couldn't get back in time. Oh. Wow, this is exactly what Ooga Booga needs. And now we are only 28 seconds in. We've already got goals on the board. Radke and Liam, again, the panic is real. That voice in the back of your head, just like I said earlier, that reverse sweep, it's screaming at you. You are just panicking as we see a flop going over Radke. Sam gets it around Liam, but unfortunately it's not on target. Double commit. Is this on target? If this is on target, I don't know if Sam can get there.
Sam!
What an insane save.
It's a little weak. Radke's there. Radke's gonna pound that in.
Okay, Radke, he's taking a deep breath. They've got this. If they didn't convert that, that would have been an absolute heartbreak. As God does get it past to Radke. We are now at a wash. It is 1-1. We cannot ask for a better start of this grand finals.
Holy cow. Both teams showing that they do not want to lose this grand finals in game 7. Radke, Sam on the kickoff. Silk's going to have a little bit of control. A little bit awkward off the ceiling. He might get a touch. It is centered. Doge to the Moon might want to capitalize on this. God has it on his roof. Going for a fake. Sam getting a great touch, though. Silk's going to clear it to the corner. Radke might try to take the boost and get a quick shot or a pass, but Silk's going to shut that down, actually centering it himself, but does get it over before God can take a quick shot. God's going to take the boost and in the corner. He's going to try to get it out to Radke. Gets bumped, so it goes to the corner. Radke going to take that one. They need to get out of the Ooga Booga half if they want to win this one right now. But Silk trying to get any touch on it. God, not the best of plays in the corner. And he's going to get demoed by Sam. God is just, he's having a great mental block right now. If Sam is going to keep up that kind of pressure.
Yeah, that demo was a direct result from Liam missing that corner boost. As we see now, Sam's the one who's a little bit awkward. Ends up actually passing it back, but does get a 50 with God and Silk. Now Radke's up for this. Can he get us on target? Liam going for a redirect. Actually ends up faking it. I was going to say, I'm surprised he didn't maybe go for a bump on Sam, but either way, Radke's going to try to control us. He does end up getting demolished by Sam. Silk now has a one-on-one with God. Can he try to cut it? God with a good 50-50. This is going to the wall. Now we've got Sam going for this one. We've got a game
50.
7, everyone. We are tied up 2 minutes in as Radke's up for this, beating out Silk by a mile. Can he get this corner boost? No, Sam's going to get it. Now we've got Sam and Liam on a 1v1. Sam did not get the flick he wanted. That gives him enough time for Radke to get back. Now Radke's got 0 boost, and now it's Silk's turn to go for a 1v1.
That's a good shot. God's going to have it, though, off the back wall. Great defensive plays from him. He's just trying to calm himself, playing solid, going back to maybe his roots, getting 1 flick. It's actually over 2. God just has open net. Sam, I have no idea what he was doing with that commit, but he just doesn't hit the ball. He needed to, though.
Oh, that's such an overcommit from Sam. Yeah, we saw Silk there. I mean, that's what they need to do is, have someone challenge early to force God to flick it, which is exactly what Silk did. But then Sam pushed just too far, and that's going to cost him a goal. Either way, we see God and Silk on the kickoff. It does go in favor of Silk as Sam's already there. Can he go for a quick shot? This is going to be on target, though. Or it's going to be off target.
Good demo.
Can Silk pop it up? Can he beat out Radke? Radke gets there in time. I don't understand how his defense is this good. Can Radke do a 0 boost and have a holy
pop?
Flicks it to the moon.
Oh, God overcommitted. Sam has an open net if he can shoot this one. God trying to cut him off anywhere he can. He actually demos him. That's a great defensive play, but Silk is still centered. It's on net. What a shot from Silk. They are tying up this game with only 3 minutes left on the clock. This game 7 is absolutely crazy. What's happening?
You saw God right there stopped all of his momentum before the shot came. I mean, Silk is just popping off. We saw just missed touch from Radke, and we are tied up. This is just everything on the wire. Just, again, mentality is out the window. You are just trying to play your game and not make a single mistake. I cannot imagine what the players are feeling right now. As you see, Radke does get demoed. Is God there for that?
Sam's up.
He misses. It's right there. It's an open net. Silk's going to get there in time, though. It's just the counterattack isn't quite there. Now Silk just has to buy time. Radke's got 0 boost, forced to go back. We'll see if God wants to go early. Sam awkward on the back wall. Actually going for an early shot. We'll see if Radke's up for this. Sam does get a good touch mid. Silk's going to beat him, though.
Wow, Silk is just showing his aerial prowess today. He has not missed an aerial in so long. Absolutely great mechanics from him, showing that he belongs here. Again, great aerial, clearing that into the corner. Absolutely genius player right now, playing like he deserves to win this game 7.
Absolutely. Now we see God. He does actually get the mid boost. Surprisingly, didn't get a demo.
But Radke, it's off the back wall. He can double tap this. Silk has to be ready. He doesn't get it on target though. God trying to keep the offensive pressure as he does, keeping in the half. Sam's gonna have to go for a dribble or anything to get it out. Does get a 50 with God. It's going to the midfield. God's grabbing the boost. They have some really good offensive pressure right now, Doge. If they want to score this, they have to now.
Absolutely. We see Silk and Sam both have 3 shots of their own. We now have 50 seconds left. We see God almost surprisingly not getting demoed. There he gets demoed by Sam. Is anyone there to capitalize it? So we see now Sam and Silk.
That's a great pass.
Great pass. Can he get the in?
What a shot. He gets the dunk. Oh my goodness.
39 seconds left. Can they hold this lead? What a play from Ooga Booga. Sam with an insane pass out, and Silk getting the absolute ever-living dunk on Radke. 39 seconds left for Ooga Booga to complete this reverse sweep.
That is potentially the grand finals winning goal with an absolutely clanger by Silk. Silk now on the defense has to stop Radke. It's going to go into the corner. Silk doesn't go for the ball as he leaves it for Sam. Sam has a good attempt. He goes out the near post. It's going in. There's like 27 left on the clock. Ooga Booga is up 2. They need 27 seconds to complete the reverse sweep to win the grand finals. You can't make up a better storyline right now.
No, you can't. If you're God and Radke, you are panicking. Everything is going wrong. You have to come up with a miracle play right now. We have 27 seconds left. God has to get this boost. He does. He has to go for a solo play. They have to have enough time for another goal. We'll see if Radke can get here. This is all time wasting. If they can get a demo, there it is. The demo's there. This is just going to be time wasting. I don't know if Sam can do it. Sam popping up
seconds.
He's just demoing.
So many bumping.
8.
No way.
There is no way God might have this. Can he get this?
4.
There it is.
In.
Okay, we have 4 seconds left. God and Radke, there's a chance to do this. This has to be a type series. There's a chance. They have to get a good kickoff, though. There is potential to stop the reverse sweep.
If you're Ooga Booga, do you fake this kickoff, trying to control it just to kill these last 4 seconds?
You take it.
It's just straight to tilt. It's 2 seconds. It hits 0. It needs to touch the ground for Ooga Booga to be reigning champions for this league to this spring series. Sam's up for it. He keeps it alive though. God has it in the corner. Radke needs to pop this one up. He does get it to God. It's touching the ground. God couldn't get the flick onto net. Ooga Booga is your grand finals winners. They are taking the 2v2 league for NDSU spring series. Wow.
Wow, indeed. I cannot believe they have done the unthinkable and done a complete reverse sweep in a best of 7. I'm just about speechless. I cannot wait. You guys, we are gonna get them hopefully in for a post-game interview. I cannot wait to hear what they say. I cannot believe we just witnessed that. That has to be one of the greatest grand finals we have ever hosted here at NDSU.
Yes, there's no better grand finals we've ever had in any of our other 3 leagues. Sam, Silk, just have the mental prowess in game number 4 to like, hey man, we gotta turn this around. We can do this. We gotta reverse sweep them. Game 7 comes and they clutch up. That's absolutely huge.
I cannot believe they actually pulled it off. I mean, again, we kind of joke about it when they're down on match point, just like, who maybe it can happen. But just the fact that they played that well for that long, I don't know what happened, but seriously, game 6 and 7, both teams played absolutely astronomical. As we do, in fact, have a post game interview with Sam and Silk. Guys, how's it going?
Dude,
Oh
I don't know how
my.
we just did
I
that.
don't know.
I don't know how we just did that.
We're all in shock right now.
We are in holy shit.
How's your heart racing right now?
Oh,
It's
my
not
hands are shaking.
Holy crap.
Oh, dude, my
And they
heart was
played
even
really
racing
well.
watching.
I know, dude. Well, like Silk didn't even know it was like they had a game advantage. He thought it was a bracket reset. So I'm like, hey, by the way, like they're gonna win if they win the next one. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, on match point, I'm like, all right, it's whatever. I thought they were up 2 games. I thought they were up 2 games, not 3 games.
So that's the only reason you won. So Silk's just
Yeah,
you're
Silk
kind of
is-
throwing the first couple games, and Sam
Honestly.
says, "Hey, we gotta win." So it's
Yeah,
like,
we
"Oh,
gotta
all right."
win.
But
Okay, yeah, we'll win. No, literally.
Yeah, pretty much.
I cannot believe it. So okay, so you guys are down. Like you said, hey, they're gonna win this game. You guys completely changed your mentality. You guys changed your play style. I guess how did you guys do it? What did you come up with to finally figure out how to beat Doge?
All right, so you ready?
Oh.
It's really nothing complicated. So one of us plays better when we're relaxed. So we just had
Okay.
to relax. That's literally what it was. We were just too uptight, and we're doing bad challenges. And they were like, granted to them, they were playing very very well, and they played well the whole series. And we were just had to take smart challenges, cut things off really fast, make sure we didn't like smart with our boost management, and just relax is what we need to do. So
Yeah, me
Yeah,
and Ktool
after
both
game
know.
3
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. But after
go.
game 3, Sam was like, let's just have fun, just like the series prior. Like, let's
Yeah.
just have fun. And so,
Yeah.
just shifted the mindset, and we're all just like, just having a good time in the comms. Comms were,
Dude,
for some
comms
reason, got more sweaty, but like,
honestly,
I don't know. Like, the comms were all right before, but like after that, they got more sweaty, but they were also like, I don't know. I feel like the charisma was there more after game 3, or after they were up 3-0.
Yeah, that is crazy. Just mentioning those first 3 games. The first game, they actually end up Braziling you, and then the next game, scoring another 7 goals. Like, that's just gotta hurt. Like, as you said, you turned it around with the comms, but how do you get Braziled and then go to reverse sweep? That's crazy.
I don't know. It's probably just keep a level head. That's kind of what we did. Like, we just didn't let the games previous, like, I mean, like, because if they score like 7 goals, it's not going to carry over to the next game. So you just got to kind of reset your mind and go into the next one.
Yeah, I kind of joked when you guys were on match point that there's a little voice in your head that
yeah.
whispers about reverse sweep, and then you guys won another, and I just kept saying the voice is getting louder and louder, and then game 7. I mean, I think it's obviously you guys played amazing, but I think a lot of it is panic. I think Doge is just like, hey, we're 1 game off. We just got to win. Just win one. Just win one. And you guys just stepped up your gameplay just astronomically, and you guys shut down Liam, which basically no one has been able to do all season.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that's the reason you guys, I think, have just deserve this win is you figured out how to finally shut down Doge to the Moon, and I just cannot congratulate you guys enough.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
man. I mean, we knew after game 3 too. So every time we stole mid boost or went to mid, like one guy had to challenge right away, and then the other guy, even like now too, when he had the ball, like you don't jump, you just drive straight. So then you'll hit him or you bump him or you kill him, and then next guy will just.
That's smart. Wow. Yeah.
Well,
But I got one more thing to add. Doge to the Moon in the winners bracket, taking every single game to a game 5, a game 5, a game 7, another game 7, but they don't win the last game 7. That's heartbreaking if you're Doge to the Moon. But like, wait, do you have anything to add? They went on a crazy win streak from, as Kato mentioned earlier, January. They haven't lost since January.
That's crazy to even hear, honestly.
Dang, I actually didn't even know that. I knew they were on it for a while because they a while. I knew they were on it for a bit, but like, yeah, I mean, they definitely turned it on. They found what they needed to do, and Liam was playing very well throughout like the beginning or like middle to end of the season, and Radke turned it on too. So they're both really good. So
yeah, you guys just stepped it up, and I mean, you guys did what I and probably just about every other Rocket League player couldn't do, which is come back in a reverse sweep, just to have the mentality to do it. So, again, huge congratulations to you guys. Trey, do you have anything else to add before we let these guys go and celebrate?
I don't, but well deserved, guys. Absolutely crazy dub. 2v2 champs, man. Great job.
Sounds good, boy. Got a good ring to it. All right, yeah. So it's cracked. We're gonna go. Goodbye.
All right, see you guys.
Later. Thanks you guys for casting too. Good job, boys.
Thank you.
Well,
Good
thank
job,
you.
Paul. I'm the biggest fan.
But I don't think we could have asked for a better situation in that grand final. It's going to a game 7. I mean, and yeah, my voice is hurting just a little bit just from yelling. Just the amount of entertainment. I cannot wait to watch this VOD back. Just the sheer adrenaline and just the energy leaking from it. We couldn't have asked for a better finish.
Dude, yeah, I was screaming for at least those last 2 games alone. Just such intense series. Going to that OT in game 6, I was on the edge of my seat. I was just 2 inches away from my monitors, just wanting to go to that game 7, and it happened. Silk and Sam are our 2v2 champs for the NDSU Spring League.
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for a better finish, and I'm so proud of just like how this us as an NDSU, like we set this league up. I mean, this has been built for a while. This is now our 3rd season doing this. For anyone who doesn't know, we started last summer. We're just a bunch of college guys just messing around, but now it's turning into this full kind of production. We even have we literally have someone behind the scenes right now doing everything for this, and to culminate together to all of this energy and to finish off with a best of 7 reverse sweep. Just you could not script it any better right now. Honestly, it could not end better.
Yep, RLCS definitely has to take a few notes from the NDSU Weekly League, but as we say that was some crazy games today. We'll probably end them stream pretty soon as the games are now over.
Yes,
anything you got to add, Ktool?
Yeah, I was gonna say, gotta plug a few things first, of course. Everyone in chat wants you guys, at least follow NDSU. We do have, so this week was 2v2 playoffs. We have next week. We are starting over with 3v3 playoffs. So we're doing all this again. And again, the grand finals will be on Saturday, right around the same time as today. But so make sure to follow the channel, and we do have Discord. We've got some links in the Twitch channel if you guys want to follow and add yourselves in there. But yeah, we're doing this again. We've got 3s, so we are absolutely not done. We are just halfway through our playoffs, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. I think we broke our record tonight for viewerships, which is just phenomenal that we did it on the final day. So I cannot thank you guys enough for all the work you guys have done. Paul and Dunk, you guys, just much work if you guys have done, behind the scenes and everything. And Trey, it's always a pleasure to cast with you.
As with you, okay. So, but a few more socials to plug. If you missed any of these matches, most of them will be uploaded to YouTube. We also do have a TikTok, a Twitter, and an Instagram. If you want any and all updates from the NDSU club, there's nothing else left to add. just get ready, get hyped for threes next week, as they will be happening on this channel.
All right. Yeah. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in. We appreciate you guys all love and support. And I believe we are going to be ending the stream. And again, you guys stay tuned. We are starting threes playoffs, but otherwise, everyone have a good night and we will see you guys very soon. Take care.